Hey guys, welcome back to another Captain Foley Eaglemoss product review. Today we're going to be looking at one that's very interesting. I really like the model, I really like the design. However, I have some reservations about it because, well, you'll find out why. We're going to be looking at the Klingon Quch class. I don't know how to pronounce it. Talk with marshmallows in my mouth, it might sound more like it, I don't know. But anyway, so here's the box. Again, Eaglemoss does some fantastic packaging. I do love their Discovery packaging. You know, you got the Klingon symbol here instead of the UFP symbol on this one. You do have the Discovery there that sneaks around the side, which is kind of cool. You got the Discovery logo on the side. You got another great shot of the ship. And just Discovery on that side. So again, as I've said before, the boxes for the Eaglemoss ships definitely make good display pieces in and of themselves, just because they're so well done. Much better than the standard Eaglemoss small ships, in my opinion. I say in my opinion a lot during these, so I apologize for that. But, so here's the little magazine that comes with it. Again, I do love the size of these little Discovery magazines that fit inside the boxes. The fact that the small ships, the standard ships, come in a much smaller box and have like the biggest magazine is kind of silly. But these ones, they do well. Same with the Battlestar Galactica ones. They definitely fit within the box, and that's cool. So here it is, the Klingon whatever class. Down here it says Type Destroyer, Launch 23rd Century, Length 1,360.5 meters. Wow. That's a big ship. Opening it up, of course, you get the standard Eaglemoss format. Over here it shows you how to mount it on the stand. Here's a great shot of the ship from the top. It looks fantastic. It is a beautiful looking ship. And very elegant, very refined, very detailed, very intricate. That's the word I was looking for. Down here you got the specifications. Class Quch, which means disaster. Affiliation Klingon Empire. Operational 23rd century. Length 1,360.5 meters. So there you have it. Yeah. Opening it up, you've got the brief description of the ship and some really nice shots of it. It is very, very nicely detailed and a very, very cool ship. But we'll talk about those details in just a second when we look at the actual physical model. This page is nice. It's just a full orthos, no words, nothing to ruin it. I love full orthos for ships. I think they're really fantastic. And this thing is pretty stunning and beautiful. Here's the concept art for it. And it was a prominent Klingon attack ship, but was only created as part of an unnamed fleet. So this is not part of the Klingon Defense Force. As we saw in Enterprise, they did have the standard bird of praise and the D4 and stuff like that that looked a lot like Klingon ship design. These are out of the box. Whether they're an individual family's house, I'm not sure, but that could be the case. Down here you got some interesting little ship shots and different design features. The ship that became the Quch class first appeared as a simple ink sketch on this drawing of May 2016. So it's always fun to see the design process involved with these. So there we go, we got some more there. There's the sarcophagus ship up there. And then some different shots of this thing. More than a dozen variations of the same basic design. In many of them, the part of the ship is transparent. So that's very cool. Central body with two pontoons. Incorporated a circular element that could have been a weapons core or primary power supply. One of the things he experimented with was the exact size and position. So, and this is Dixon, who designed this ship. John Dixon. So, again, the next page has more of the same, more iterations of the design, kind of refining the shapes and bringing different versions of it to life. Some some great stuff here as well. Many of the designs incorporated Gothic shapes. Yep, that drew on Sam Micklap's design for the sarcophagus ship. Also melded them with organic designs that were inspired by insects and undersea creatures. And then he experimented with a variety of different colors and textures. Some of his designs are almost stone-like quality, whereas others glow with energy. The final design is predominantly red, but some areas have illuminated veins, like the drawing below, and that's this one right here, which you can take a look at. And on the final page, it's got a nice shot of the finished model there. The finished CG model stayed very close to Dickinson's design, though with added glows for the engines. And there you can see it chasing Discovery down there in this one scene. Has been one of the most prominent Klingon attack ships and has appeared in 3 different episodes. So the next issue is the Clark. However, that was the previous issue of reviews, as I did the Clark last week. But definitely worth a look. The Clark is one of my favorite Star Trek designs, really, of all time. It's kind of a nice reimagining of the Miranda class. So if you haven't seen last week's video on the Clark, go check it out. I do love that model and I do love that ship. And of course, the back of the magazine has the standard Star Trek Discovery and Eaglemoss layout with the top of the ship shown there. Again, it's a very, very, very cool design. But is it Klingon? Well, Discovery says it is, so it must be. I don't know what happened to the Klingon Defense Force. Like I said, maybe we'll get some answers in Season 2. I know there's a true D7 design coming for Season 2, so I'm looking forward to that. So pulling the model out, here it is here. Again, not very big, but extremely, extremely detailed. I guess there's no real differentiation between what's the top and the bottom, as they're pretty much identical. But fantastic design. Got a really good weight to it. Pretty much all this back part and the pontoons are metal with some plastic parts strapped on, and I think the center part is also plastic by the feel of it. These back parts are as well. So I do love this ship design. I do love the way this looks. This would make a fantastic alien ship. I know they want to make the Klingons more alien in nature. That's kind of why they went with this instead of the standard Klingon ships that we know. But this would make a great Xindi ship, or some other alien, like a Gorn ship would be fantastic. But no, they went with Klingon instead, which is kind of a waste in my opinion, because I do love this, don't get me wrong. But this seems more like something you'd find in a fantasy game as a key for a mystical door or gateway, or an unlock key for a box or something. It's just it's very intricate and detailed. I'm looking at the design, some really cool detailing on it, some weathering, and a lot of piping, and it's all individually colored, which is cool. The gold piping in the middle there is neat. The circular details are really fantastic. I don't know really what else to say about this, except it's really intricate. The front spikes here are very delicate, so be careful with those. You don't want to break those. They are very pointy. And the center spike here on mine kind of points down a little bit. So I don't know if that's intentional or if it's supposed to be straight. I would assume it's supposed to be straight, but also got like some flame-like detail sticking out right there. Very small and intricate, but you can see it right there. It looks almost like a flame. These wing parts, I love this incorporation of the silver and gold and the red. Like, the colors on this thing are beautiful. And this is a very nice model. Don't get me wrong, I love this design. I just don't think it says Klingon at all. At the back, you got the same thing. You got some very delicate little points that are plastic. That, be careful if you're moving this around, you don't catch them on a shirt sleeve or something and snap these off, because they are quite delicate. But overall, interesting little design, lots to look at, and you know, the profile is very simplistic, very minimal. But from the top and the bottom, which are basically identical, this thing is fantastic. Actually, I think they are identical. There's no real differentiation there at all. as to what's the bottom and the top. So yeah, the plastic pieces, they feel odd because they are plastic, but I thought they were like loose, but they're not loose at all. They're actually really on there well. Some side detailing there that could be some kind of, maybe an airlock. It looks like some kind of airlock or docking port. And yeah, central power core, some kind of weapons module. Definitely some cool features on this thing that make it interesting to look at. So anyway, what we're going to do now is take a look at it on the stand, as we always do, and kind of give my final thoughts. So let's head on over to the table and the stand. Okay guys, so here it is on the stand. When I was getting it on the stand, when I first set it on, it was very loose and wobbly. What you actually have to do is pull it back and seat it in there really well, because it does kind of notch in. Just take it out for a moment. You can see the notches that are there, and there are little nipples on the stand as well that kind of lock it into place, as you can see. So when you're putting it on the stand, hold on a second. It's hard to do with one hand. I should probably set up the tripod, but there you go. You can actually hear it notch in, and it notches into these little grooves that are inset in there. So there it is on the stand. Got some nice detail shots for you here. A lot of turbine looking parts, a lot of, almost seems more primitive style, but done in a very elegant way. As they said in the magazine, and as I said with the Bird of Prey design, beautiful designs all around. They look very gothic in nature, like old cathedrals, and so they got a lot going for them. I just wish they hadn't used them for Klingons, personally, but so there you go, guys. That's what it looks like sitting on a lower shelf. Again, a lot of fantastic detailing, and pretty much any way you point it, it looks great in that regard. So if we put it on a eye-level shelf, like I said, the profile is very slim, very minimalistic, but if you like point it like that, that's really aggressive looking. That kind of has a Klingon vibe to it a little bit. And pointing away from you, same kind of thing. You can get some nice detail, look at the detail depending on how you place it on a shelf. Now if you go on a upper shelf, again, it maintains that very aggressive looking feel from multiple angles. Some it kind of loses it, like kind of there, but depending on how high the shelf is, I suppose. But overall, a pretty interesting ship, to say the least. And I don't know what to tell you about this one, guys. If you are a fan of Discovery, definitely pick it up. Fan of Klingons, maybe not so much, but if you're just a fan of ship design and really nice models, I would suggest picking this one up. It is very intricate and very cool looking, and a great addition to a collection. But again, it doesn't really say Klingon to me, but it is what it is, guys. So if you guys are interested in picking up some Eaglemoss ships, you don't need a subscription or anything. All you need to do is click the link in our description down below. That'll take you straight to the page, and you can pick up a bunch of stuff, throw them in your cart, and definitely use our code Trekyards at checkout to save yourself some money. It's a good discount code, saves you quite a bit of money, and it's very useful and helps out the channel as well as yourself. So it doesn't apply to all the XL ships or some of the special edition ships, such as the shuttle packs and stuff like that, but it does apply to those standard Eaglemoss ship lines. So definitely check it out. Pick yourself up some ships and save yourself some money, all thanks to Trekyards. So anyway, guys, that's basically it for the Klingon Quch ship. Quch, maybe. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce it, and I apologize for that. But it's one I would recommend. just not for specific reasons. If you want something truly Klingon, this isn't really for you, I don't think. But again, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful model. Very detailed, very intricate, and very worth a look anyway. I was really impressed when I got it. I didn't expect to be, but it's kind of blown me away, and I'm looking forward to displaying it at some point somewhere. So, anyway guys, until next time, I'm Captain Foley. This has been the Klingon whatever ship. Again, I can't pronounce it, but as always, please like the video, subscribe to this channel as well as the Captain Foley personal channel, and definitely check out other videos by us. We always got lots of cool stuff, and our live discovery, episode reviews, and standard reviews as well. So check all those out and help out the channel any way you guys can. Until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Kapla.